Whoa! Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to go through making and replacing a hydroboost line for this '04 Dodge Ram Cummins. These hard lines are not made anymore. It was actually one of the first things that went wrong with this truck. I had a set of custom stainless lines made, but unfortunately one of them split and popped. So today I'm going to make them out of some copper nickel tubing and take you through the process. So right up here, you'll be able to see the hydroboost lines, the hard lines I'm talking about here and here. You can see that bottom one down there has popped where I added the JB weld. You know, I tried to fix it right. Now I've got everything that I need to make this new line, and let's get started. All right, so it's this bottom line. That's the one I'm going to replace right now. So I will just start by breaking these guys loose. This is what's called a Saginaw or O-ring line. One of the O-rings must have stayed in there. Yep, didn't come all the way out. So this is everything that I'll be using for this job outside of the normal hand tools to get the thing apart. I'll be using some Lucas power steering fluid with conditioners. This keeps the diesel trucks quiet. Just be using this as a reamer. I've got a cutter in there with it. The Master Cool tool kit here to do my flares. A tubing bender, some O-rings, and the copper nickel tubing to make the new line. I'll put links to everything down in the description so it's easy for you to find. When I had the lines custom made before, it was only $50 for the pair, so you know, this is stupid. But running through the list of parts on this truck, discontinued, discontinued, discontinued. So I figured having this here so I can actually make stuff when I need it, it's just gonna work out much better for me. So I'm gonna use the push connect fitting and probably cut a little bit off the end of it. All right, so I've got a line cut to length here. Fitting, the bottom fitting cut off the old line. I'm gonna set that aside for now and do the crimp for the one end. So, first thing that we need to do is put that clamp down in there. We'll slide this line in, flip that guy down because we want the line right at the base of this. Clamp this down nice and tight. I'm going to lube this die up. And that needs to go back down into place. You have to open this up a little bit till it accepts it. Now screw this in until it stops. Make sure the valve is closed and clamp it. Now release. Loosen that. And lift these guys out. Now this can be prone to getting stuck, so you may need a hammer nearby. There it is. No, I don't want that sticking out that far, so I'm going to cut this off as close as I can. Deburr that. And then slide this fitting down to where it's going to live. Now, the first thing I know I need is 90-degree bend. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it close enough to actually do that exactly where I want to here. So I'm going to take what I can get, and then we'll go from there with the rest of the bends to get this pipe right where she needs to be. Came out decent. I want to bend this line in this direction. I want my bend to start right about there. Slide this up in here. We're looking for the line that the direction that we want to bend is right there. And I said I wanted to start bending at this other line that I drew. Looks like that's about where it'll start bending. Looks like I'm off a little bit here. Turn that. We'll line up the old line just to make sure that it seems like I'm getting what I want here. Appears it is the case. I want to bend this in, and I want that bend to start right about here. So line that up where I want to start it, twist it to the angle, make sure that we're getting the same angle, so when I bend this I'm going to go that direction. Now actually though, we need a piece that we cut off here, because this is going to be a hair longer, so I'm going to have to come in more. Alright, so I'm just going to slide this up a hair here. Right about there. And I'll bring that guy in. A little something like that. Gonna need a little more. That looks like it's about on point. Alright, now I'm just going to take it up to the truck and kind of test fit it. I know I've got to cut some off. Test fit it, see if the angles look decent. I give it a little tweak by hand, and that's about perfect actually. So now I need to figure my length out. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to cut right about here. As long as I don't make it too short, we'll be golden. To be honest, a little extra length wouldn't hurt at all. So I'll give it an extra 3 millimeters while I'm doing this. Now again, before I flare this, I'm going to put this fitting on there, because it really sucks when you make a flare and forget to put your fitting on. Go back into our clamp here and apply pressure. Release. Wish that guy would come out. Maybe if we give it a little help in here. I don't know. There it goes. Look at that. So we just found a cool new way to help get those out, because they can be tough. Loosen this up. So the master getting those out without throwing them. Now I will spin off the small remainder here that I can. Deburr that. I tell you what though, the sense of accomplishment of actually making this line right here in my shop is phenomenal. So we'll go see how this fits again. Maybe give her a little tweak or something. Going to add 2 O-rings to it. The last time I took this apart, one of them was kind of beat, and I put a 11 millimeter O-ring on it. I'm gonna try 12s this time, see how they go. Let's pop her in. And yeah, you could tell I was a little off here, but it'll be fine. So that, whoa! Watch out for your positive. This bend here is a little off, but it'll work. Now I'll show you my little trick for getting power steering fluid into the truck. Just climb up here, open the cap on your pump. Now this Lucas oil works great with these diesel trucks. You get a lot of line out of these on cheaper fluid. I found that this stuff gets rid of that line. Alright, so I might have spilled a little bit. And as long as this guy doesn't leak up here when we flare this up now, we've reduced this truck down to only 17 leaks. All right, she is still minty fresh.